Hello everyone, welcome to SGSH Publications. So today we are having Rajasekhar sir with us. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you sir for having your book published with us. And अब जब आपकी book हमारे साथ publish हो चुकी है and it is available on all the platforms. So how are you feeling, sir?
That's really a wonderful feeling. And first of all, thank you very much, SGSH Publication, for giving me this opportunity to publish my book. And yeah, of course, this is my favorite genre, so I'm a little more excited about this. So I really loved the experience with you guys, and like it was too smooth. I mean, like it was not too complicated, like any other experiences. It was too smooth, and yeah, I loved every part of it. And yeah, and now my book was out, so even I'm excited to handle it. Yeah.
Very amazing, sir. So your book is like related to some paranormal, stuffs. So please explain a little bit about that.
Cool. Yeah. That is a vast subject, but I'll give you a little intro about my book, and it was related to the paranormal games. Like from our childhood, like we used to listen a lot of stories, folklores, and everything, right? The Ouija board and the Dark Man game and all these things. Like all these used to be our spooky nightmares in our childhood. But what if we dwell deep into it? That was my thought, and I went deep into the old traditions and the folklores, and I met a lot of people in this journey. And actually, this book, Echoes of the Occult. The name of this book is the second edition. The first edition, it's based on the real incidents which happened to the people I've met. That was the earlier version of this book, and it was already published and it was available online. The title is My Journey Through Dark. And even this book had the re-title of the same thing, and after that, the Echoes of the Occult. And this book consists of all the paranormal games and the history of their evolution and the process to follow. Actually, I suggest not to follow, but yeah, like I mentioned, all the process to follow and all the warnings which one should keep in their mind when following these games. Actually, I don't call these as games. Moreover, these are the rituals. So if we done them correctly, I believe so. It happened. I tried few of them, but frankly to say, nothing worked out for me. So I love the way paranormal things sounds around us, the feel of horror and everything.
That's amazing. Like mostly, if we ever talk to anyone, like the first question that we always have is, what do you believe? Like, is there any ये सब जो horror stories and जो ghost है, are there in reality or not? So when we talk about such games or such rituals, as you have mentioned in your book, my first question is that what is the need for making these, rituals, or why are they even existing when they could be fatal to
Cool.
the people?
Yes. There was very simple answer to this question here. Like even I faced a lot of the similar questions when I am delving deep into these concepts. Like especially when I started my research about the paranormal things, the first question which I got is it useful? Is it useful? Arey yaar, we don't do the things because of the use. It is some interest. It was like the only question which is haunting mankind from thousands of years is the other side of human world exists or not.
Yeah.
Am I right? Even you have that, even your father has the same question, even our children will have the
Yeah.
same question. But I want to find a little answer. Of course, I can't find the exact answer as because this is a never-ending topic. And even if we find it also, no one are going to accept it. So I want to make it a little clear about this topic. So I dive deep into this, and yeah, I got some solutions which people won't believe usually, but it goes on. The simple answer to your question was it's not because of any use or something. It's just because of interest. Just because of interest.
Okay. So, have you ever had any such experience that in your own life, or if you have heard some from your friends or for like from some relatives or someone having, paranormal experiences?
Well, so usually when I met the people, I used to ask the same question, and even like how you asked it in a fancy way, I directly ask, have you seen a ghost? Have you seen someone?
Yeah.
But practically, it is not true here. Like, we can't see the dead. But practically, with our naked eye, we can't see the dead people at all. But the thing is, we can feel them with other senses.
Okay.
Humans have five senses physically, right? And vision is one of them. Through vision, we can't feel the presence of ghosts or paranormal things, but through our other senses, we can feel them. And of course, I won't confirm it like I saw my grandfather or grandmother, but I felt some existence of negative energy in some particular places, but not too exact. Like it's a white. I mean, how to say that? It's a
Yeah.
white shape or something. It wore a sari. I don't believe all the shit, but the thing is, negative energy exists and it can affect our energy, and I felt that.
Okay. So, if we believe, like, if you are saying that the ghosts exist, so do you also believe in God?
Yes, yes, yes. I truly believe in God. Yeah, and it was not like God or something, like a superior energy to us. I believe in that, and of course, like I'm a Hindu, so like it was like I follow my Sanatan Dharma, and it was fine. But I respect even other religions and other dharmas also. But the only truth is, we had a superior energy above us, and we had the dark side of that energy also. So I believe in both.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
I don't use the stupid logic like, oh, if good exists, bad exists, if night exists, day exists. I don't answer. I don't like to answer in that way, but I believe that. So,
amazing. Okay. So, like whenever we talk about ghosts, there's always a fascination to know more about them. Like, what are they in reality? So, when we say that God is something, energy superior to us, right? So, when we talk about ghosts, what would you say for them? What are they? Like, are they also superior to us, or what is it? And like, if you
like,
try to think about it, how is it?
it's really an interesting question, Ankita. I really love this question actually. But yeah, like I told you, right? God is an energy superior to us, but ghosts are the same energy. Like what energy I have, but
Okay.
in a different way. Like how to put it in a simple way. Yeah, every human has an energy, and that particular energy will be neutral, as because like so we are used to it. But what if this same energy turned completely negative?
Hmm.
That is nothing but ghost or any other activity. I don't I like to call it as a ghost also. In simple words or in technical words, it is a stuff of and negative energy. And if you experience it, like I'll ask you a simple question, okay?
Yeah.
Like, are you in your house now?
Yes.
Like it is filled with neutral energy. Like so you are like so you are used to it, and so you will eat there, sleep there, and everything happens, and we enjoy, right? But did you experience any weird feelings if when you go to some other house or old buildings or something? A gloomy
Till now,
experience, like
no such thing has happened to me.
okay, like if you want to try it, go to some gloomy and dark places, and you will experience a little bit of fear, sorrow. The sorrow is a weird feeling which we will get in the places where negative energy exists. Okay, fear is very common. If it is dark, even I'll be frightened. So
Yeah.
fear, sorrow, and doubtfulness. These three are the feelings which we'll get in the place where negative energy exists.
Okay. So, like when I think about this, so like what my mind says is, isn't it like it's all about like we have related these things like when we see, dark. So we have, accustomed our mind to think it into that way, and that is why we feel sad and sorrow, like when we see abandon or things like that. So, is it?
I agree. I agree that according to psychology, humans have only two phobias. Basically, every human has only two phobias: fear of dark, fear of the death.
Yeah.
Okay, and all the other phobias are the ones which we developed through all these years of our experience.
Yeah.
But have you experienced anything with children? Like I dealt with like a couple of kids who can go into dark without any fear or something, but they started feeling weird and they started to cry in some particular places, only some particular places. Like example, like
Yeah.
we used to live in an apartment. Like it was
Mhm.
an old apartment,
Mhm.
and we had a kid named Nishant over there.
Okay.
Okay, like he was a brilliant kid, and he used to be so cute, like so cute guy. So like he doesn't have any fear to walk in dark or anything. Okay, but when I took him to our terrace, like especially at like the evening time, it's not even to night also.
Mhm.
He, especially at a particular place, like he started crying, and he like he complained that he's able to see some guy on top of the terrace. It
Okay.
was really weird feeling which I saw in my all this journey, and even I mentioned it
Mhm.
in my old book actually. So it was really a wonderful thing which I got. So for your question, yes, all these feelings of fear, sorrow is not the thing which we usually get. Like like even if I get frightened also, or like I don't get the feel of the sorrow. Horror
Mhm.
is something which is induced to us only by negative energy. Or like if we lose someone of our dear ones or
Mhm.
something, at that particular time only we'll be induced with sorrow, and the same feeling we'll be getting in that places.
Yeah. So,
So, like, yeah, like as you said, if all these feelings were induced to us through all these years of experience,
yeah.
how can kids feel that? See,
Okay.
that
Yeah.
was one of the open questions. I don't say it was an answer. It was an open question only. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
No, amazing. Okay. So, like we have seen in movies and in many, such like documentaries or whatever you could say, that there's a very weird, kind of power that possessed people get, right? They start to behave weirdly and they could do the things that a normal person can't do. So, what is that? Do you think it really happens when the people are possessed? So,
No,
or it is just an exaggeration?
it's just an exaggeration. No, no, no. Like actually, it happens. Uh,
Okay.
but the thing is, it's not due to any ghostly influence or something. Uh, do you know this physical fact? We humans use only 20% of our human brain
Yeah.
and only 30% of the muscle power which we had. If we are able to push our limits, an average human can lift an SUV car with his bare hands.
Okay.
If we push our limits, but it is impossible as because our functionalities are limited by human
Mhm.
brain. But in this particular case, if a person is either frightened or hypnotized or too much influenced, his functions of limitations will be affected. In that case, of course, we'll be having too much strength. But I don't say some ghost had an influence on me. But at that time, I might have frightened,
Mhm.
or I might have been influenced by some other thing. So that is completely our brain activity. It has nothing to do with ghosts or any other thing. It is our brain activity, but it is induced by external power.
Okay, so since you also said that you are Hindu as well, so if we go
Yeah.
through the Hindu scriptures, there's a saying that, this body is like clothes, which, the Atma keeps on changing, right? So
Yes.
when you think it in that way, then there's one question that I have in my mind कि जो मतलब क्योंकि मेरा जो भी perception है is all because of the movies that I have seen, and there's no other thing, ठीक है? So from there, there's one thing which is कि the person who has not got his wishes fulfilled, or has been gotten murdered or something like that, that kind of person becomes a ghost, right? So when we talk about this Atma, which has seen, so many of its जन्म आप ये कह सकते हो. So in that sense, फिर मतलब ये जो क्योंकि ये जब हम बदले की बात करते हैं, so this should be something जो bodily चीज है, जो materialistic चीज है, right? तो आत्मा should be this much sensible कि उसको ये पता हो कि हाँ भाई, I have not been killed, right? So in that sense, वो बदला और ये negativity, what is it?
Okay. I like this question. Let me put it in this way. So, today I'm wearing this t-shirt. Okay.
Okay.
I'll remove it off and I'll wear another one. Like it doesn't mean that I forgot the entire thing of this t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I'll have a little like in some cases I use it like I might have some good memories with this t-shirt. In that case, I love this, right?
Yeah.
The same thing happens even with Atma also. As soon as it leaves the human body, it won't get any like the enlightenment or something. It will have its bodily things and it will have its like earthly things
Mm-hmm.
up to like up to some days or it might be even years also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It will like it will have its like the human influence.
Mm.
Okay, once Atma attains that particular stability of enlightenment or something, whatever how
Okay.
you say, and it reincarnates
Yeah.
and it goes into the cycle.
Mm.
So, like it doesn't mean that as soon as like a person leaves the body, it won't like the entire connection and it will be cut. No, no, it's not like that. The connection will exist up to some time. That particular time, in that particular time, Atma can be anything. It might be positive, it might be negative also. In the case of positive, it won't affect us. It will roam sometime near its relatives or its loved ones, and it will go away. Because we are designed to accept the reality. And even if Atma, after leaving its body, if it was cool and calm, okay, it accepts the reality, its time was over and it's time to reincarnate and it goes away. But if we are in anger, like if I'm angry, I don't listen your words, right? The
Mm.
same thing happens if that Atma is like either it's in anger or
Mm.
either it's devoted to fulfill its wish,
Yeah.
then it won't accept the reality of its I mean it's dead or completed. It will try to do the things on its own and even possess other people and like it wants to get the things done. Only that's it will have.
Yeah.
And of course, it won't be too much long. It will be a limited time.
Okay. So, I obviously agree to you, but still there's one, point that I have in my mind. Like
Mhm.
when we say that an Atma is negative, right? So, like if I see a child that has been, born, so that child has, that child doesn't have any kind of this negativity or positivity inside. Like he's totally positive, if we could say.
Yep, yep,
Right,
yep,
a
yep,
child is totally positive. Then the
yep.
life goes on, and then the negativity fills you inside. Right.
Yes.
So the same thing should be for for an atma as well. Like if I'm talking about it, जब हम बात कर रहे हैं कि कुछ नेगेटिविटी है, तो वो नेगेटिविटी तो लाइफ की वजह से है और लाइफ के स्पैन में होनी चाहिए, राइट? लाइफ स्पैन के टाइम पीरियड में ही होनी चाहिए. सो व्हाई इज इट अफेक्टिंग उस soul को, which is not even related to that negativity. Because soul, when we say that soul is a part of, the supreme, right? That's how we have been, ये पूरा concept हमें discuss किया गया है. ठीक है कि that soul is the part of that supreme. So the soul is totally positive. Now the negativity is something that is only when you are here in this lifespan. So when the a soul has left this lifespan, then why is there negativity around it, and why is it being called negative?
I told you, like I told you, right? Like even after leaving the body, soul has a connection with the earthly things. Of
Okay.
course, soul is a complete positive, but
Yeah.
like as soon as it leaves the body, it won't forget everything, and it won't goes
Mhm.
off. It will be here. It had the connections. Hey, अरे यार, like if we are home with our friends for a couple of days, and like they should leave, and while they're leaving, like how we don't accept it as a reality and we don't keep calm, that will feel a little, right?
Mhm. Okay.
The same thing happens. Even soul leaves the body,
Mhm.
it had the connections
Yeah.
up to or like up to only some particular time, and after that, yeah, as I said, it will be merged or it will be a reincarnated and everything, but up to some days it will have the connections. And of course, I don't call it even positive or negative also. It might be either good or bad, or like I have a wish here, uh,
Okay.
so it might be good to me, but it might be a bad to you. So if I or like if I was desperate to fulfill that particular wish, and even my soul leaves my body also, up to some time, even it had the same desperation,
Mhm.
and we call it a negative as because the souls are not accepted here.
Yeah.
Like if I come and if I
Oh,
want a chocolate, I will eat it. If a ghost or something, it comes and it wants a
yeah.
chocolate, it like so we can't accept it, right?
Okay.
It
So,
isn't that way.
yes. So, one more question I have related to this topic. So, when we
Sure.
talk about this whole concept, as we said, a soul was totally positive, then it took a life, you could say, या जो
Yes.
भी है, and then a little bit of negativity, and वो पूरा cycle चलता रहता है. And at the end, it again becomes positive, and then it returns to the supreme. That's what we have been
Yes.
told till now.
Yes.
Now, I
Yes.
want to know what is the purpose of this whole journey? Like, why is it actually happening? Is there
That
any
is what
reason, or like what? Obviously, I know
that
that
is what
this
we
is a
need to
very
find out.
big question. Yeah.
No, no, no. Like it is actually a simple question. It is what
Okay.
we need to find out. If once an Atma knows its purpose of coming to Earth, or like it won't be be reincarnated again. If until the Atma knows its purpose of being here, like how to keep it in a simple way.
No,
Okay,
I just
or
want
like
to
if
know,
I'm there.
like, when we say that the purpose, right? And we say that Supreme has already, the whole process has been done by the Supreme, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I have a question in my mind, like what is the need or what he is getting from all of this, right? Because
It might be
he
his
was
flame.
totally positive. Then what was the need to, to do these parts and parts, and उनको क्यों भेजना था, क्यों ये सारा करना था Earth पे? Obviously, there's so much negativity we could see. Then why did he wanted to, to make his own part suffer?
Or it might be his entertainment here.
Okay.
Like it might be his entertainment, or it might be something. Like according to Hinduism, like we say that Jagannatham, right?
Yeah.
Everything which is played in this human world is a complete drama and play,
Yeah.
which is directed by the Supreme, and he's the one who is enjoying it.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so now I would like to ask you, how did your writing journey started?
Well, that's not quite smooth. I don't want to say that. Sorry. Like okay, cool. I will. Like it was like I had a good backstab. back then by my own friends. It was like too much trust was broken, and it was like 5 years back.
Okay.
So it was a very bad thing, which happened for a good reason. Okay, so I learned a lot of things, and I was totally stressed out. I don't know what to do. Like I can't even open up with anyone else because like if I open up, it really sounds too silly.
Okay.
So I want to get out of it. I want to burst out. I don't know, especially in the case of boys, it will be completely different. Like if we burst out, it will be really funny thing. I'm saying it on my own. If some of my friends or someone
Yeah.
comes up and explains about their breakup, I'll only make fun of it. So it happens so that I want to burst out. So I thought, why opening like in front of others? I'll open with my pen and paper. I started, of
Amazing.
course. Like earlier, it was too funny and not too deep, and slowly I got used to it, and especially the Telugu poetry, which I started. I mean, the vernacular literature, our own language. So I really loved the way of expressing my thoughts in a poetic way. So I started motivational things. I started negative things, and yeah, it it came up. It came up in that way.
Amazing. Okay. So, sir, how was your experience with SGSH publication? And yeah, if you have any message for our audience, please do give that.
Cool. So yeah, especially with SGSH, I earlier worked as editor to, to SGSH actually. Of course,
Okay.
I know Divya from past 3 years or something.
Okay.
So yeah, I really loved the way so you guys have worked out down. Like it was like how you guys are completely dedicated over here. I really loved that, and yeah, like as I told you at the starting, the process and everything like here is too smooth and simple. Like it's not too much complex or the portals or something. Even like the beginners also. I mean, like even if the beginners have approached the SGSH, like it will be the same experience even to them also. Or like it won't be too complex and too much like how to say it, how to keep it in English. Uh, too, too difficult to know the things. It won't be like that. It is too smooth,
Yeah.
simple, calm, and it's nice.
Thank you so
So
much.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any message for our audience?
Mm, I give I like to give one simple message. Don't listen to anyone. So listen to your the inner voice which says
Yes.
every time good. That's it.
Amazing. Okay. So,
And also one
yeah.
more thing. Yeah. Like it was a little. I mean, it sounds a little harsh. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. Like as per Sanatan Dharma, it says one thing. So yasmin yadha vartitavyayo manushyaha tasmin tadha vartitavyam sadharmaha, which means how other people react towards you, even you react in the same way. Okay, if the other people behaves too harsh with you, be too harsh with them. And if the other people are too good to you, be too good to them. It won't be like even others are pelting stones on us, I'll be calm. I'll be doing a meditation. Oh, sab nahi chalta. Because it is not
Yes.
it is not dharma. It is like how Kali, and we should be prepared for everything.
Amazing. Great, sir. So, do you have any suggestion for us so that we can improve our services?
Like as of now, I suggest you to keep the things as it is. I loved everything.
Okay, thank you so much for this amazing interview. And obviously, it was very interesting. I had so many more questions, being very honest. Like, I didn't want to, end that topic. It was so much interesting. And I hope हमारी audience से भी बहुत ज़्यादा enjoy करा होगा इस amazing interview को. So, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.